Hello, everybody, and welcome to Three Goblins Gaming, where we play Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and tonight we continue our Heroes of Absalom campaign. Now, I wanted to put our good friend Dan on the spot here, because we had a very, very nice moment, I think, last week, where Dan's character came back from the dead via the resurrection ritual, and we've done some prep work on your backup character. It seemed like going into the session that you were planning on maybe switching things up, but somewhere along the way, you
Did I
changed
did
your
I
mind.
did I make it seem like that?
What happened?
I
Walk us through the
apologize if
thought
you
process.
if you mistook my action. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I definitely definitely was planning. Yeah, the original plan was to use my backup character, but then I was just so touched by the heartfelt stories from the other player characters that I was like, you know what, faster. I can't. This is not the end for him. Like, absolutely not the end. So he he is back, and the backup character will be shelved for now, but more than likely will be coming out in the future.
Because I'm gonna kill you again.
Yeah, because making you
Many
go
times as
you
you can.
making you go through that last minute like prep was, I'm sure, not
It's
fun.
fine. You don't get any rerolls.
Right.
So you're either playing Bastard or you're playing the other one. And there's no flippity flop, no chef shin nonsense. Um, yeah, I think we talked about it a little bit at the top of last session, but in a game where there is player death as a consequence, it can lead to some really interesting moments, and that was one of them. That was a really cool moment. I really enjoyed that. One of my favorite times a PC has died, just because of the way it resolved. Um, we'll see how it goes when I TPK you guys. Yeah, so I guess we should run into a little bit of recap on last week. You all
Good.
begin the session kind of getting your surroundings after finishing the fight with Skafka, the errant wizard. Um, you all pick up the pieces and exit with a hint from Erikanesh that they do in fact know the resurrection ritual and would assist you in its casting. You all spend a little bit of time gathering the necessary components, namely a fair chunk of diamond dust that needed to be purchased. And upon doing so, enact the 24-hour ritual to attempt to resurrect Bastro. With some memories shared and some skills critically succeeded, you all do a phenomenal job of bridging the planes between the material and the boneyard. Whereupon Oski, as the focus of the ritual, is projected to, for all intents and purposes, a hearing, some kind of judicial court, where we see three figures: a massive draconic being of shifting red and purple feathers, presiding over two humanoid creatures. One, an angelic woman with 6 wings, who stands beside the soul of Bastro, and another, a woman clad in spider silk, also with wings, seeming to argue that the soul should be laid to rest in the boneyard for future use. But the resurrection ritual takes precedent in this case, and so Oski is given the opportunity to make his case to Bastro. And upon doing so, Bastro was given the choice to either return to the material plane or to stay and have judgment rendered upon him by the great draconic being. He chose the former, and upon the completion of the ritual, Bastro awakens from the dead. There's much celebration, though brief, as many of the participants quickly head to bed due to the stress and strain of the casting, though upon awakening you all decide it's time to party. So you go to the Tipsy Tango to hang out with your old friend Bellberry and get a little bit lit. After imbibing a couple of Holamog Island iced teas, Oski and Kashak are essentially rendered incoherent.
I call it a good night.
Bastro and Twinkletoes did a keg stand on some nice Keonan wine, and while Bastro's friends around him shouted jubilation and regaled the audience with stories of his conquest, his death, and his subsequent resurrection, Bastro, you yourself seem to slip into a space somewhere else. As the din of the tavern around you presses in, you maybe take one more drink, and though the noise does not stop, you find yourself in a new tavern. Or at least a different tavern, one that you are familiar with, but not. And as you look up from the bar, take in your surroundings, you see familiar faces that you don't recognize. You see people around you, but not your friends. Not the same tavern goers who were with you mere moments ago. And as you begin to become worried, your heart rate increases as you look about, searching for some anchor in this familiar but foreign place. You hear a thud on the bar top in front of you, and as you look over, you see a woman with a bright blue bob in a barmaid's outfit as she pulls a drink from a tray. Looks like you could use this. You've had quite a day, haven't you?
Bastro reaches out, takes the drink, looks into it. Does it look like a normal beer, or
it's ale?
Ale, yeah.
It's strong. You can definitely get the shock of it going down, but it's not overbearing.
He downs it immediately, the whole thing, and as he slams it onto the table, it's just like, you can say that again.
And you watch as you slam it onto the table, you begin to feel the mug get heavier as it fills to the brim once more.
That's a good mug. Ambassador slams another one in front of this woman.
Once more, as it hits the bar top, you just feel the foam begin to froth over the lip again, running down the side. She just says, yeah, well, there are some perks to being in Elysium. But you have been many other places recently, Bastro. I must say you've caused quite a stir. See, I took time out of my schedule for you, Bastro.
And who might you be exactly, since you seem to know who I am?
You don't recognize me? And as she says that, just 6 wings sprout from behind her. As they do like a little flap and a flourish and then whisk away. We spent so much time together in the boneyard.
I don't think Vasser's ever officially met this person. Can I do like a knowledge check to see
Sure.
if, yeah. What would it be anyways?
It would be
didn't even
religion.
have
Religion. For
religion.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure I'm trained. I rolled a 15 plus. That's a 29.
29. As you're thinking about it, you begin to get these glimpses of memories of previous times you've been in this bar. You have memories of like playing drinking games with this woman. You don't think you've ever beat her. And as you're thinking about it, and as you see the wings now, you begin to gain some recognition of the wings that are on your armor, of the woman that you met in a random back alley bar in the Ascendant Quarter months ago. This would be your patron. This would be Tice, the Accidental Herald.
Vasser would just kind of like finally like recognizing who this woman is. Just kind of like look at his full cup of ale and just kind of shake his hand and be like, I never did beat you at any of those games, huh?
No. You tried your hardest, but you never quite got there.
You got time for one more?
Oh, no. No, see, I've spent up a lot of my time for you recently.
What can I do to repay?
Oh, we'll get there, Bastro. No, see, for some reason, your name is known in the Boneyard. And Pharasma's court has made it very clear that they want claim on your soul. Now, naturally, I said being a follower of mine, and by proxy, Caden Kalian's, that after a admirable record of deeds done in life, you should be granted access to Elysium in death. It does not appear that this will be the case, Bastro. And furthermore, I should think that if you die again, Bastro, not even a resurrection will save you. Pharasma will claim what she has laid claim to.
Downs the ale. Just downs the next cup.
But you've been given a second chance on life, which means that you yet have time to finish what you've set out on. How are you feeling, Basra?
Well, feeling alive, thankfully. Feeling...
That is a side effect of the ritual, yes.
But I'm feeling stronger. More... Not stronger. I guess one could say more motivated. More ambitious.
Okay. Well, then let us see how this ambition leads you. While we have certain restrictions on entering the mortal plane, I would wish to help you a bit more directly. especially since our connection has been sullied a bit by this. She kind
Hey.
of just gestures to
Oh,
you.
it wasn't my idea, you know.
I know. Through no fault of your own. I am certainly not blaming you, Astro. But there are ways. And out of like a pocket, she produces a scroll for you. Ways in dire need to call for me.
Astral, take the scroll. Um, sure. I mean, if that's what you think is a good idea.
Baster, you're needed on the material plane. You can't die again. Because you won't be returning afterwards.
Yeah, I'll try my hardest. You know, it wasn't exactly the previous death wasn't exactly planned. You know,
They never
but
are they?
but I do appreciate the help, and now that I know you're watching over me, and he'll like slam the fifth one down, and he's kind of like getting a little a little tipsy. He's like, I'm just glad that I know that it's not just me and Peter and my team. It's also some higher beings. And he's like slurring his words a little bit.
Oh no. Many have learned of the secretiers.
And it's drunken man. He's like, yeah. And then no one knows when we cry. And he kind of like just gets more drunk.
She reaches out a hand and just kind of holds the side of your face for a minute. And as the skin makes contact, you just feel the drunkenness pull away. You feel like restored and rejuvenated.
Ooh,
And you feel
yeah.
like a warmth, a connection. She just says, Bastro, I promise it's not that we don't know. And I promise it's not that we don't care. You just have to trust that we're watching. And take the cup with you while you go. But I've got a full house. I really do need to get going. I just sat a 14 top and, well, they're already yelling, so. And she snaps, and you are sitting back in front of Bellbury. Bastro, you want another drink? And you look down, and you have a scroll in one hand, and a very nice copper mug in the other.
And is the copper bug full?
It is.
I'm actually okay. And he will down the drink in the copper mug, and he'll slam it down on the table. Does it refill?
It does.
Oh yes.
Yo, what?
Yes.
Yo.
Even outside of Elysium?
Master like almost chokes on the drink he's consuming as it refills. And then he looks at the scroll. What kind of what scroll is it?
You want to roll a religion to try to identify it?
I suppose so. I forget that there's no titles on these scrolls or anything.
No.
We take a moment to appreciate that Bastro just went to a bar and picked up a Herald's number.
I guess he knows wherever he goes.
26.
26. What level are you guys now? 11th?
11.
Well, this is only... Well, you get 6th level spells at 11th level, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, spellcasters do.
Hey.
Yeah,
Of course.
I don't.
Just want to make sure. Oof. You don't actually identify the spell. Um, you realize it has
Fantastic.
something to do with. It's clearly divine magic. It is written in a. You speak Celestial, yes?
I do.
It's written in Celestial, but it's like very heavily. Um, it's like how we all know English, right? But if we look at very intense, like mathematical equations, especially when you get up into like calculus levels, it's like very difficult. So even if you have like a geometry or an algebra basis, you're just like, oh, that's math. I might be able to get there, but it might take me a minute. That's the kind of feeling that you're getting. Um, you realize that it is divine magic, that it is conjuration of a type, but outside of that, you're not really sure exactly what it does yet. It would take
Cool.
you another try or a bit more time.
And do I know what the mug is called? Just like, or do you have to roll knowledge?
You'd have to
for-
roll on
for-
that too.
What is that?
That's also going to be religion for me.
My goodness. Why?
Why you should go to church?
Actually, I
people.
think for the mug, you might be able to use Arcana.
Okay, I'm re-rolling then. You're not. So I rolled a 5 the first time, and I rolled a 5 again. It just really wanted me to have a 5.
What's your total?
That's pretty stupid. 22.
22.
Yeah.
As part of the identify action, you have to detect magic.
Okay.
As part of detecting magic, you're able to tell kind of the. I want to let you know you failed,
Okay.
but you're gonna get more from that.
I know. Yeah. Because I detect magic at 4th level, so
Yeah.
like, I mean, but all it really does is like it just shows me what the highest level effect within range does.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Doesn't really get me. I also have read aura.
So
So
as you're holding these objects, you can tell that the scroll itself is powerful magic.
Okay.
The highest level of magic in your 5-foot square is emanating from the mug.
Guess
You are
I'll try
able to
to
tell the
identify
kind of
this later.
minor enchantment that's on the mug, and it's essentially a modified create water.
Nice.
It
Create
creates
ale.
alcohol, namely of your choice, that it refills with upon being emptied and placed on a table. So if you just think like vodka, for instance, finish the drink and then place it on a table, it will fill with straight vodka. You're more than welcome to experiment with that, and we'll see how far that enchantment goes.
If he thinks
Oh, boy.
Holomug iced tea, does it fill with Holomug iced tea?
He hasn't tried it. But there are additional enchantments on the mug that you were unable to identify at this time. And as I
Awesome.
mentioned, it's a copper mug, but emblazoned on the side, on the front right there, is the 6-winged symbol that's on your armor.
Of your girlfriend. Part 2. Not Acamelixis.
No, Melly is my girlfriend.
Yeah, this is his sugar mama.
Yeah, it's my mistress. So fun.
You spend the 20 minutes or so doing this. You see that Twinkle Toes has once again done another keg stand to the cheers of the crowd around. Oski already face down. Kashak is now tottering on the edge of his seat. Sheether actually sticks a tail up 1 or 2 times to push him back up to an upright position.
True
Twinkle
friend.
Toes is starting to get a little green around the gills. Everybody is throwing down. And you're sitting there. Serene, calm, uninebriated in this time. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Fix that.
I'm gonna go with a no on that.
Yeah, Dan, that was directed at you, I think.
Sorry. No, Bastro is just gonna be.
unlike Dan, is uninebriated.
Sorry about that. No, Bastro is mostly focused on these new items that just conjured in his hands. So I think he's gonna be focusing on that most of the night. He's also just gonna be pounding down alcohol from his new favorite cup. So.
Is there any specific combinations you want to try out? Any concoctions, any drinks that you want to go for?
Combinations.
Combinations, my God. No, I think he's gonna stick with the same ale that he was drinking in the Dream Bar that he was in.
Mm-hmm. You notice that it's distinctly less sweet. It's still good, but the stuff you had up there was on a whole nother level.
Ambrosia of the Gods, my man. You guys heard about this new Puss in Boots movie?
No.
I have, where he's like dead, but not quite.
In the movie, he dies, and not to spoil it, it's in the trailers. He dies, and then he comes back, and he's like, "Don't worry, I have 9 lives." And then he really thinks about it, and he realizes that he's on his last life. It's called Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Oh.
So he's reconciling with like the fear of death, that if he were to die again in this dangerous life that he lives, he would die for real. So here you go, Bastro. Here's your Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
Here's your Puss in Boots story.
It's inspired by this, by our stream. Yeah.
Exactly. They knew. Like
they've been
writing this for weeks.
They've been actually asking me for storyboards for years.
The Shrek franchise reached out to Will personally. You're like, well, I'm kind of thinking about this one story from one of my characters, and they were like, let's take it.
6 years ago. I've been planning it this long.
The funny last part of that story is apparently the movie's awesome. So
I'm not surprised. Like, honestly,
the internet is saying it's great.
Shrek spin-off, I'm not surprised. Like, Shrek is the best.
Is it
franchise.
out?
Yeah, it came out like just this past weekend, I think.
Yo, Emily Grace put it on the list.
Okay.
What streaming platforms is it on?
I think funny enough, it's in theaters. So
what's that?
I don't have a new service.
Deal with that.
So I don't think I'm subscribed to theaters.
Yeah, I'm not. That's weird.
Yeah.
I degrees in musical theater, but I've never heard of that.
Do you think major movie theater corporations will ever financially recover from millennials and Gen Z never going to a movie theater again? Or is that just like a thing?
It's definitely a dying industry.
I mean, look at Scarlett Johansson's suit against Disney, and
how about how she's like getting next to nothing compared to what she deserved because of the way her contract was written?
Well, yeah, that was executives lying, as they were like, they told her she was going to make a certain amount of money, and then they just put it on streaming, and then she's like, well, you can't do that.
Well, they kept delaying the release of Black Widow.
Yeah.
That would be so. And then released it on streaming when like most of the money she was going to make was from box office revenue.
And that was what her contract was. I apologize.
Yeah.
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish with a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes comes out on this 21st of December. It's not out yet.
Okay.
So
I will hit it up when Disney
put that on the
inevitably
schedules.
claims it.
When Disney Pixar.
Disney
Pixar?
Pixar?
It's DreamWorks.
Yeah, it's
DreamWorks.
Yeah.
Is DreamWorks owned by Disney yet?
Mm-mm.
Surprise.
That I feel like isn't gonna happen. That's like their only real competitor.
It's like the one bulwark against
the only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bastro, what's your last wish?
Last wish to live.
Well,
to stay alive.
I think that's actually Puss in Boots' last wish too.
You're succeeding on this day. Twinkle Toes, after another very successful, much applauded keg stand on the Kionin wine, go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
Okay. sorry, I gotta get my dice out.
I know I didn't roll a single die in the entire last session. It was great. You guys did awesome.
DreamWorks is,
I
I
got
feel
a
like
10.
I knew this.
Got a 10.
Subsidiary of Universal.
Yeah, so you hit up 8 seconds last time. This go around, 10 seconds, 10 silver.
Hey,
As Belbury is quick to remind you, silver per second on the keg pulls.
I didn't ask for this. Okay.
Like you weren't gonna do it. You have a little crowd, and people are. I need you to be very explicit. Which persona are you using right now?
Twinkle Toes.
Twinkle Toes. All right, so you've got
Oh,
the
yeah.
mask.
Yep.
So people like are coming up to you and asking, like, "Oh, excuse me, miss. What's your name? What's your name?"
Twinkle Toes, what's yours?
I am Phil.
Oh, nice to meet you. Here, you want an autograph? Here's an autograph. And I signed
I-
that up down TT.
And it's that little like cross symbol,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Do you have a drawing representation? We've showed it before, I think, but
I'll
Twinkle
make
Toes has a
one real
moniker.
quick.
But like Phil is like, hey, boys, she signed her
Okay.
name. It's just 2 T's. It's TT.
Bet.
And you get this little like group of admirers. Like every time you walk by, it's like Twinkle Toes, and like a couple of drinks are sent your way. It's just like 4 dudes, but they're having a good time.
Fan club.
They are nice. They are cordial towards you. It's like, I've never seen somebody of such a small a stature drink so much. She's really holding it down, boys. He just like whispers of TT on the wind.
Sense motive.
Roll a society for me.
Society.
Gathering information against the information that is being disseminated about you.
20.
20.
5 on the die.
I mean, for the most part, it just seems like people are like super impressed about how this halfling is tanking this elvish wine, and seems to be, no worse for wear. Especially considering most of them are unable to do such feats and then backflip off of the top of the keg. Is there anything specific that you want to do tonight in this time? As the party continues, it's now about... you guys got an early start in the evening, maybe around 7 or 8. So after all of this has happened, it's probably hitting closer to 10, 11. Because you all spent 24 hours in that ritual. It was about, 2 or 3 o'clock when you all finished it.
Is the closest temple to Desna?
How close is the closest temple to Desna? The closest temple to Desna would probably be in the Ascendant Courts, which is from the Precipice Quarter. A bit of a jaunt. Maybe... It depends. If you were to go alone, it would probably be closer to 30, 45 minutes. If you wanted to go with anybody else who's not quite so swift on their feet, the average person's walking distance may be an hour, hour 15.
I say to the guys, "Hey, gents, I'm gonna step out for a bit. If you want to meet me back at the place, that's great." And I'm gonna head out and head over to the Desna Temple.
Okay.
Cheers.
I
So-
don't want her to grab cakes, thank you.
Let me just make sure I'm telling you the right things. I believe there should be one in the Ascendant Quarter. You hit the night air, coming out of the warmth and heat of the pressed bodies in the pub and the hearth lit. The cold air is refreshing, if a bit shocking as you exit. A slight mist kind of begins to permeate your outer layers as you're making your way through the night's streets. There is not as much festivity on the air tonight. It seems like a lot of the initial fanfare of the festival has kind of worn off. This festival that lasts literally 3 months. Like people don't have the stamina to be out late partying every night anymore. So they're kind of saving it for the big events, and the auction was last night, which was one of the sponsored events. Tonight, not much going on. As you make your way out of the precipice quarter, it becomes even more not vacant, but people become more sparse, seeming to get to almost, as you work your way through the Westgate district and cut over, much quieter than you're used to. Not in a suspicious way, necessarily, just without the literal middle of the street revelry till 1 a.m. kind of vibe. We're going to come back to you as you make your way into the temple. Kashak, is there anything you're doing in the bar?
I think I'm pretty much down for the count until anybody comes and gets me. This is his like kind of first time, probably his first time drinking intentionally, and definitely his first time drinking to excess. So he's probably going through a rough one.
Okay. Oski, you kind of come to as a bit of water is splashed across your forehead. Belbury's like, up and at him. Come on. Come on. It was just one drink. You're better than that, Oski. Up and at him. Come on. And she like thrusts a hot cup of coffee under your nose and into your hands. Up and at him.
Chiro, I'm sorry. What?
The night is still young. It's only about 10 p.m. Much of the night ahead of you. You better wake up. Because I'm not picking you up and carrying you out of here.
Would you do that? Oh, that'd be so kind. Thank you.
I would not, thank you very much.
No, that appreciate it.
You're either out on your own 2 feet, or your friends here are going to carry you for me.
I'll carry him. I can do it.
You can carry yourself, young man. Looks like you'll be riding out on your lizard friend there.
No, Oski can't ride me. He's too big.
Now I know that's not the green one. You know that's not the green one I was talking about.
I'm gonna take him, and I think that Kashak is gonna like lean over and start to pull on the stool underneath of Oski, thinking that that's Oski.
Oski looks down at skin. Wait a minute. Am I the green one she was talking about? Am I a lizard too?
Astral,
Am I the problem?
come up.
I don't know.
Come on, guys. Let's head out of here.
And Kashak rips the stool out from under Oski.
Bam! Oski hits the floor.
No,
He just hits the deck.
Vastra tries to catch Oski, and Vastra also hits the floor too. It completely misses. Oh god.
Firemen carry. Kashak takes the stool out of the bar.
Oh, Bastro, I'm so glad that you're back alive to catch me when I fall. It's so pleasant.
I'm glad I'm back to fall with you, Oski.
Oh, that's so sweet. Now, would you please carry me, because I definitely cannot walk.
Peter,
Or
could
at least
carry
at least assist me.
You could ride Sheethra.
Vastra will help Oski to his feet and like limp him over. Yeah,
she has a saddle.
Vastra would limp Oski over to Sheethra and kind of just like fling him onto Sheethra's back, and then slap Sheethra's ass to get her moving.
She does not move an inch, turns and looks at you, and then just turns back around and starts walking.
I feel violated.
Yeah, I was like,
what was that?
what was that? Did that?
Bastro takes the last few sips
That booty
and
is not for your
watches
head.
his mug fill up again. He's like, I can't do this anymore. He just throws the mug in his bag.
Spills beer everywhere.
Yeah.
Forever.
Forever, right.
It only replaces when it's placed on a table.
Ah.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so he kills the last
So
man and he
that's,
throws
that's how you avoid the infinite spring of ale in your bag.
Spilling into your bag forever.
Yeah.
But I just had to deal with that. Like, forever have a trail of flowing ale from falling behind me.
Coming out of your butt.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. You all make your quote-unquote graceful exit, and we come to Twinkletoes in the Westgate district. I did misspeak. It wasn't in the Ascendant Court, but you were
But
headed the
even
right way
closer.
nonetheless. You come to a building. After
I get to the Ascending Court and I'm like, oh man, I made a wrong turn. And I
Yeah,
go
you
back.
ask around, and they're like, no, it's in Westgate. You come upon a building known as the House of Seven Faces. And upon originally hearing of this, you thought, well, maybe it's some allusion to the many faces of Desna, the many masks she wears, and the domains she inhabits. No, there are literally 7 massive faces that adorn the outside of this I should say many temples and cathedrals have been built in grand style in Absalom. The House of the Seven Faces is not one of them. Desnans have never been keen on the overt opulence that some other religious purveyors may prefer. This is a much more humble place, though still beautiful in its architecture and its maintenance. This squat 2-story wooden building demands your attention and respect. The landscaping is immaculate in the yard around, and these 7 strange faces, carved in wood of ambiguous ancestry, seem to follow you with their eyes as you approach.
Before I would have approached, I would have switched into Eliana garb.
Okay. You approach, and as you're doing so, you see that there is, maybe you're 10 feet away, a human woman who exits out of the front door, and upon seeing you, seems a bit, not startled, but a little bit shocked. Oh, I'm so sorry. We were just about to close the temple, but if there's something that you needed, by all means.
I just wanted to pray for like 2 minutes. Is that okay?
Oh, of course, dear. Please, please. And she like puts the key ring back on her belt and opens the door. Just give me a moment. And she pulls from under like a shelf next to the door, just a box of matches. It looks like, and just strikes one open, and goes about lighting the oil lanterns around the perimeter. Once more, you can already smell the smoke of them having been extinguished not moments before. And she says, if there's anything you require, please let me know. But and as you step in, and the light in this space begins to build from the lanterns flickering to life, you see an unusual display before you. It's not what you would tend to think of as a temple or a cathedral. There are no pews, there's no lectern, no dais of supposed worship. There are, like, couches next to the fireplace, bookshelves, there's artwork laid on the walls, maybe a small coffee table around which seat multiple like large pillows and beanbag chairs. Um, it's a very comfortable space, and she gestures around her, and you see that most of the building is this kind of main gathering hall, with all manner of seating and artwork and little incense holders on the table. But there are like side rooms towards the back. She gestures out, please, have a seat, take whatever you need. And you notice that there are blank canvases. There are shelves with painting supplies. There are small like bundles of wood with like pocket knives and chisels. Like sheaths of paper with charcoal. All manner of art supplies. You see mats for meditation. You see instruments in the corner for fiddling and playing on. Whatever your preferred method of prayer, please. And let me know if you don't see anything. I might have something in the back for you, please. And you see that she kind of makes her way back towards the front door as you enter the space and get to the interior proper. And just kind of takes a seat and pulls a book out.
I'm gonna search through like the crafting supplies to see if I can find any like buttons shaped like a butterfly.
Buttons shaped like a butterfly?
Or anything shaped like a butterfly to just like.
Sure. You're going through and you roll a perception for me.
28.
28. Yeah, so you're going through and you realize that a lot of the things that people probably make have been taken with them. A lot of what's here seems to be blank supplies, save for the pieces that have been hung or adorned around the room. But as you're going through, you find something in like a basket that appears to just kind of be a collection basket for various loose odds and ends. And as you're digging through it, you find what appears to be like a length of copper wire that has been bent and wound and drawn out, and like beads have been strung along it out in the shape of a small, maybe 4x2. You would guess it's a butterfly. Maybe it's not of the finest
I'm like
craftsmanship.
brushed by the other things in there.
Yeah, it's seen somewhere, but it's nice. It draws you in with the intention that was put into it. The number of times the wire itself had to be bent and weaved and coiled in on itself to make this figure. It was done carefully, if not expertly. It was done thoughtfully, if not perfectly. It was made with intention.
Pick that up and go over to one of the cushions next to the coffee table and sit down, crisscross applesauce, and be like fiddling with it, trying to bend it back into shape a bit, while also out loud saying, "Hey, Queen. I don't know if it was like you or somebody else who brought my best friend back, or if you had a hand in it at all, but I just wanted to say that it was really awesome, and thank you. I haven't really been here before, but I wanted to say that I know you're with me. I feel you with me a lot. And today I really, really felt you with me, and I just wanted to thank you in a proper place. I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I hope I represent you well. I thank you for your help and hope that you will continue to help. And I think this butterfly is a little more butterfly-esque now, so I think I'm done. So I'll see you next time. And I put the butterfly like on the shelf, and I go out to the lady at the front, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm done. Thanks. Here's an offering for the temple," and I put a gold down. Somewhere.
Thank you. And please do come back again. But we have more going on, during normal business times.
Yeah. Sorry, it was sort of like an emergency situation.
No. It's quite all right. There's just more people here to get to know and to worship with. My name is Lady Selene. It's nice to meet you. And she holds out her hand to shake.
Meet you too. I hold up my hand to shake hers, and I say, "I'm Eliana."
Eliana.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
You too. Lady Selene, you said?
Yes, Selene. Seleene.
It's great to meet you. I'll see you again sometime.
Oh, I certainly hope so.
You won't be able to get rid of me. Just kidding. Okay. Bye.
All right. And as you rush out, you go out down the corner. You hear the click of a lock behind you as she locks the place up and begins to go out for the night.
I dart into another alleyway and change again and head back toward our apartment.
Okay. Eventually, you all converge back at your apartment in the Precipice Quarter. And would you know it, there's a notice on the door for rent.
Oh! How much is our rent?
That's a really good question. And I believe last time we did this,
You have,
I
no
said I
money,
would
right?
figure it out.
4 silver.
And I promised myself I would do this prior.
3 silver.
It is 30 gold for the month.
2 silver.
30 gold.
We can cut that.
How much does everybody have?
17.
I have 13.
I have 30.
Should we just divide it evenly?
Yes, 7
Sure.
and a half.
And here's
7 and a half.
2 gold. I
7 and a
have
half.
2. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
2.7.
Well, someone will have to spot Dan.
Dan, I swear to God.
I have a vault key. That's gotta be worth 7 gold, right?
It's alright,
Well,
you won't
it's
have to worry
7
about this
gold.
for another month.
5 silver.
Dan, you have 2.5 gold.
I got 2 gold, 7 silver, 7 copper. And
All right, pay
You just
to it.
said you had 30 gold.
Who said that?
You said
You
that
did.
2 minutes ago.
Me?
You just said you had 30 gold.
Yes, you.
He may have just said,
No,
"Oh,
I
it's 30
said-
gold."
No, I said that's 30 gold because someone said they had 13, someone said they had 17.
Oh.
Oh.
That's 30 gold. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dan expected Ben and I to front the rent. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
I would love to front it if I had the money.
Tell you what, take the 2.5 off your character sheet. I'll pay 5 extra gold, and that'll be the 15 for Master and I.
No, I'll do the 5 extra gold because I've got more than all of y'all. So
I really don't spend money on stuff. Like, I really
Thanks for
don't.
mine, then. You can
I really don't need it.
Seven copper in my name now.
Kashaks used to live off scraps and tree branches. I'll take 5 extra gold from Bastro the next time we need gold.
So,
When I walk into the apartment, are they all just like face down in our living room?
you
on the
guys tell
floor?
me.
Oh god, the worst time to collect rent right now is when we're all hungover.
Twinkle
Yeah,
Toes
you
yes.
just pass out.
Twinkle Toes sees the notice on the door to place rent in the box downstairs by tomorrow morning. You walk in to see 3 slumped figures. Kashak is currently over the kitchen table. Oski is in half of his armor, sitting on a chair, like holding his leg straps with his head just leaned back, like dozing in the chair. And Bastro has made it almost to his room, where you see him slumped against the door jamb, just knocked out.
So what I'll do is take 30 gold from my own possession, go downstairs, pay the rent, and then in the morning
There's, like-
be like, y'all owe me money.
Yeah, there's like an envelope with your apartment number, so you just place the money in the envelope in the box. You're all set.
The mortgage to pay, you really, you gotta be on top of this with me.
You say to 3 unconscious men.
Yeah. Who's there? What? No, I don't want any. Thank you.
I need my money back. You all owe me 7.5 gold. Bastro, pay up.
Bastro's got it. He's got Bastro's
He's got
got
it.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just resurrected you. Where's your money?
He came back with some.
We just
Yeah.
spent so much money bringing you back to life.
You know, that wizard must have taken it.
God damn
Those
it.
those wizards always taking money out of your pockets.
Why don't we go find an adventure and make some money?
Okay, but first I need you all to pay me back because I just put 30 gold down for our room, and I don't even sleep here most of the time.
Okay, guys, this is important. This is important stuff. We gotta do it. All right, everybody, go in your pockets right now.
Hey, Kashak. Hey,
Hey,
I'll
hey,
give
Master.
you.
Hey,
I'll give you 2 gold, and you
Okay.
give Twinkle Toes my 2 gold,
okay.
but you also give 12 gold of your own, and say
Okay.
that I gave 7 gold.
What if we do that, but we each give an additional half a gold because that's 15?
Done.
Okay.
Also, I can hear everything you're saying.
And they shake on it.
The math is still incorrect, and they come to a deal.
No, that's right. It's 7.5 plus 5 for me.
I was-
It's 12.5 and 2.5.
Yeah, but he said 2 plus 7. You need another 0.5. Then you said the extra 0.5 from both, right?
They don't get the math right. They shake on it, and then they still hand you 15 gold.
There you go.
It'll work
Kashak goes in his bag pockets, and he pulls out several scraps of napkins, a couple of bar nuts, and some loose yarn, all of which is suspiciously damp. And then finally he gets to about roughly 13.5 gold or 12.5 gold, and he gives it to you.
Thank you. Oski, are you cooking breakfast this morning, or do you want me to take care of it?
Oh.
Oh, we've all
I
been
whip
there,
up-
buddy.
I whip up a batch of eggs and Bloody Marys for the crew.
So once we become sentient creatures again, what are we doing today? What's in the...
Well, I think we need to go talk to Bloody Burleth.
Oh, I don't
Or alternatively, we can go talk to other friends of ours and try to find out who this Franca Lorenz pick is.
I like that idea a lot more. I don't like that bloody Burleth guy. He creeps me out.
I liked him a lot. I'll go talk to him. You don't like that either?
Don't like sending you alone to guys I don't like.
Cute Kashak, I appreciate that.
And he slinks into his tub of water a little deeper.
I pat him on the head.
Didn't you just like indent the floor and dump water into it?
I forget.
I think so. No, I think so.
There's a bunch of water somewhere.
I think that's from when your last character astral projected out and left a big crater in it, and you just expanded it and filled it with water.
That sounds
Yeah,
right.
there's a swampland that Kashak lives in.
Eventually you all bed down for the night, and we will take a 14-minute break. Be back at 8:25. 8:25. Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Don't go anywhere.
See y'all soon.
Welcome back, everybody. We come back to the dark apartment as people drift off to sleep and wake up the next morning fully rested and fully level 11.
Yo.
God damn.
Hey, Will, can you check your messages real quick?
I certainly can. So, let's talk a little bit about goals. What are you guys trying to accomplish right now? What are your priorities and your objectives?
Find Franca Lorenz.
Yeah.
Isn't that actually our only goal right now?
Yes.
Well,
Like bigger storyline goal.
are we talking about like individual goals? Or are we talking about party goals?
Yeah. Also,
That's-
rescue my dad from prison is an
Well,
individual goal.
If you're going off of the Twilight 4 leads, right now what you have is the name Franco Lorenz. Is there anything other than that people would like to focus on or try to accomplish?
I think we need to establish what that lead is going to end up being first for a couple of other pathways to open. It's going to close down both the Bloody Burleth storyline and who was the lady he was beefing with? What was her name again?
The other gang.
The other gang. It's going to close the book on those stories, which I think, Bloody Burleth.
The Diabell Sweepers, or was that the...
Yeah,
No,
this,
Bloody
they're
Burleth
the
is
washboard
Diablo
men.
Sweepers. The washboard
Washboard Dogs.
is-
Washboard Dogs.
Right.
It seems as though Burleth already did close the book on the washboard dogs.
Yeah.
But that would at least really kind of seal the deal there, and it, I'm expecting it to lead to more Twilight 4 connection, and maybe getting Bloody Burleth on our side isn't that bad necessarily.
And that, if I'm not mistaken, Basher was researching the washboard dogs to help the Pathfinder Society. I believe that was something that
And then you died. No, I'm kidding.
right. So now they think I'm all no, never mind. But what was the guy's name that I was talking to? That Pathfinder agent? I completely forgot. Nick, write that down.
Good lord. Great question. Give me
And
one
we've
But-
talked about how to get some more information about things going on in the city that may be related to the Twilight 4. We obviously run the risk of asking the wrong questions of the wrong people.
Well,
Sure.
we don't if we have a certain someone use a feat.
And that's the thing, is we'd have to then kind of go slowly with it and maybe not
Right.
leverage personal connections as best we could. I guess we could, she's our friend and whatever. But I do think that tracking down the Franco Lorenz thing should be just the first priority, because it's the only tangible lead we really have before we start digging into other information. I mean, Kashak's got a few personal goals, but I don't think that's nearly as pressing as finding out where this machine went. Where's there still a bioweapon at large?
Yeah. I think we need to make a visit to the House of the Plains
What for?
to speak with all of our various friends, or was that just an event that was going on that they were all there?
We have ways of connecting with a lot of those people that are outside of the House of Plains, and I think
Yeah.
that was perhaps intentional by those people.
Yeah, I think we could probably, Molly Crimson, I think we could find without going back to the House of the Plains.
Layla Scandabar was very specific that she hangs out around the docks and can be found there.
Yeah.
Kashak is thinking about the Vajrani Vagabonds who were in the Das house where the Copper Hand used to be. Those guys who turned into the were creatures and the tieflings. They could be. They've been doing stuff, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna keep, fighting crime or whatever we're doing." But I'm still on team. We can maybe do this in character, but I'm still on team. Go back to Bloody Burleth and give a full report. We're still kind of working for him.
Yeah.
And so it would be reasonable for us to be like, hey, we went and did your stuff, but there's no machine there, and we don't know. Do you know who this person is? Thoughts?
On a side note, I agree. I think we should go back to see him and tell him what's up. But what's our finances look like right now? Because that should be another concern of the whole party. Is how much money?
It's
do we
funny
have?
that you're the one asking us, It's really funny that you're the one asking about
how
our
are we
goals.
going to make money for our party? For all of us.
Yeah.
I mean,
financials
how is all of our,
Yeah.
Financials are grim for sure. You know, the adventuring life is meant to be
I have 7 copper.
Yeah, I mean, we have like really expensive stuff on us. Do you know what I mean? Like we're pretty kitted in terms of like what we can do, but
We're not liquid.
yeah, there's not a whole lot of expendable income in the party. Why does that concern you, Dan?
I'm walking around with 7 copper. I don't like it.
And we need healing.
Don't die next time.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how to solve that problem.
I don't know what to say about that. Yeah.
To answer your
We
question,
We spent a year earning income.
Drandal Dreng was the
Stop it.
venture captain at the Grand Lodge you were speaking with.
Drandled drank.
Okay.
They let a guy named Drandal Dreng be the venture captain of the Grand Lodge.
One of. There are multiple venture captains at the Grand Lodge. In fact, most of the officials of the Grand Lodge, like the non-pathfinders who are just going there to get missions, pretty much everyone who works at the Grand Lodge is a venture captain.
Hi, welcome to the Smithsonian Museum. This is our head curator, Bingalow Bangus.
Do you guys think Isabella would be a good person to ask about this?
I think we've out-leveled Isabella's usefulness from
Don't say that about your
a
girlfriend.
meta standpoint.
And they've said as much, right? They're like, hey, we're sort of doing sort of our own thing and trying to revive our order here. I don't know how much more involvement they have in what we're doing outside of like that missing persons list. That said,
I mean, it couldn't hurt, I guess, but I don't know how useful it'd actually be.
What about Rune Wolf?
I'm still on the camp of like, let's use that as a last resort. I don't want to.
Yeah, I think it's an obvious way to go, but yeah, I think we maybe try to stay with the people who we know are going to keep it quiet because they have other things to lose.
Okay.
I don't know.
So,
What about Reginald Venkerscare?
He would certainly know a lot. It's whether or not he would give it to us.
Yeah. Okay.
so I'm hearing a lot of really good suggestions. All of these are groups that would potentially have the information that you're looking towards. I would like you all to pick one to start off with and roll me a diplomacy check.
I say we go start. I say we go start
I'll
with
probably
Burleth.
go talk to Berlith first.
Berlith first? Okay. Go ahead and roll me a diplomacy. Just one person.
Doing it.
I think that's either Basher or I.
I got it.
Do you want to bother with aiding this turn or
yeah.
not?
Natural 18. So if you want to aid.
Wait, no, we'll be fine.
What's your total?
Total, 39.
39. Okay.
Holy Jesus.
Almost to 40.
Oh my God.
I will tell you
Nine.
precisely two things. One, you critically succeeded.
Nice.
He's our best friend now.
And two, we will come back to this moment. Because right now,
All right.
you hear the
Interesting.
murmurs of thousands of spectators crescendo into roars of excitement. Dust floats up from the cracked dirt of the blood-soaked arena floor and swirls around the various obstacles set up for the exhibition. A large portcullis rises in front of you as you are led into the far side of an arena extending out of the tunnel.
Wait, what?
Immediately, you see before you 4 massive 8-legged beasts, flaming spittle flying from their mouths, emerge from the opposite gate, stampeding towards you in a mad rush. You hear the voice of Princess Puddles yell behind you, "Remember, don't kill them, just give them a good show!" The fight is on. I need all of you to roll me initiative.
What's
Where
happening
are
right
we?
now?
Yeah, wait, yeah. What?
Yelena back-
What?
Wait, this only Bastro and I were there for that fight. That was back.
I mean,
Hey,
that was
remember
way
that
back,
time I
but like,
said roll initiative?
but how did we get there?
Remember that time I said we'll come back to this moment?
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Or-
We're fighting now though.
Everybody take your Scout's warning bonus as I shout, "What are we doing here?"
Plus 2, right?
I guess +2, yeah.
I can see one of them, right, Will?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, you
Like,
can see all
I
of
have
them.
I have an initiative, like an initiative trigger
Yeah, you
thing.
see all of them.
Um,
You see four-legged beasts.
well, are any of them within 30 feet of me? Oh, I see. We're actually on a map. No, they're not. Okay, never mind.
I forgot. I
Oh,
rolled
the
initiative
scale of this
before I
map.
thought of my after you feat. So.
Oh my goodness. Holy.
Map not to scale. hopefully.
minor technical roll 20 difficulties. It's easy fix. Easy fix.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, just imagine it's a lot larger than this because that original scale was the correct scale.
Sure,
And
sure.
I do want to point this out. This is not Pathfinder scale. You want to
Oh god,
make sure it's diagonals, right?
piece of
Sorry, but it will come up, I'm sure.
Emily Grace, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, I said I forgot about my after you feat before I rolled initiative. So my initiative is a 39.
Well, do you just want to go last?
I rolled a 39, so I'll go first.
Okay.
Spend the first action
So-
putting off the show.
Twinkle Toes got a 39. Kajak?
It's funny, you think you're going first after I rolled a 41.
Ooh.
Oh, I just meant for my first action, not first.
Oski.
That's 20.
Definitely up there. Bastro.
Pretty.
30?
30.
30.
30, 30,
30?
30, Hurdy.
Kashak,
Hurdy-gurdy?
you're up first. And I need some
Can
battle
you-
music. As you
Can
enter.
you like change? Can you
Change.
like change their ring color or something so we can differentiate them?
No.
Dang.
They are
Uh,
gross looking. What the hell are these creatures?
They look
They
nice.
are wombat.
You enter
Spider,
the
porcupine.
Ivorium, a massive coliseum known for its daily fights. Now, for the Blood Games, a once every 2-year gladiatorial exhibition. This one happening to be held during the Radiant Festival, one of the most exciting times. And you all have managed to get into the competition. Your first bout. This group of creatures, you were told not to kill them, but to give them a good show. Kashak, you're up first. What would you like to do?
He would do something a little bit outlandish and recall knowledge on these creatures.
Sure.
Look at that. Look at that. We're learning.
We're finally
that is
learning,
going
yeah.
to be nature or arcana.
We'll give you a nature. Big surprise.
Who would have guessed?
I'm going to hero point that natural 4.
Well, we got 2 of them, so.
Rolled a natural 2 for a 19.
19.
No!
Yeah, you're not really sure too much about these creatures. They seem to be beasts of some variety, so they're not undead, they're not dragonoid, they're not insectoid, they're beasts of some variety. But again, they are spewing just this like fire from their mouths. They are massive, like mixed between like a wolf and a bear, and they have 8 legs each.
Looking similar to the ones that are in that art there, like
They
these
look
kind
exactly
of
like that, yeah.
weird appendages that like almost look mammalian in a way.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate to say it, I don't think I've ever seen these things before. He's going to enter his point blank shot stance. Oh no.
Yo!
Oh
Actually,
no.
I've never heard of what an Everarch.
That's cool art, though.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Are they like currently charging us, or are they like looking like they're gonna?
I mean, they're in that whole like it's Pathfinder combat, but everything's happening at the same time. They're currently running it.
Yeah. They're currently running at us. Okay. Could be best to let him close the distance, and he's going to enter his stance and then fire at the one on the right, who is within his first range increment, actually.
Okay, but it's not.
Fun
hunted.
fact. Not hunted. How is a 31 get you?
A 31 does hit. Roll me damage.
That is 13 points of piercing damage.
13 points of pierce. Very good. Is that all three of your actions?
That is all three, and we're going to stay the line.
Twinkle Toes.
Be like,
I'm sorry, 15
I
points.
didn't hear you, Kashak, as I do a backflip. That's a 26 acrobatics, which I bet beats somebody in the audience's will save.
Oh yeah. And as you do this acrobatic feats, you do like a backflip, and the crowd just eats it up. You hear roars of applause.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now that I'm hyped off of that, I'm gonna run up all the way over here with my now. It's only 80
Oh,
feet,
God.
but I do now have 100 or 50
Oh my
feet
god.
per round.
Oh, man.
Just
Well, you're dead.
we blinked and you were.
Okay.
And no, I am actually gonna go the rest of the way just because I'm showing off, and I'll get back to it on the next round. Oh, wait,
Actually,
I
have
can go
to
one
change
first.
the scale on the viewer map to encompass that.
No, I run all the way to the other end of the. I'm putting on a good show. That's what Princess Puddles asked for us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So they're charging at me, and I charge faster right back at them. Can I roll an intimidation check?
Did you use all of your actions?
Yeah.
I'll let you roll a performance check for the crowd.
27.
27. Yeah, so you like baseball slide to a stop at the end, the entire opposite end, and you hear like, "What's she doing down there? Why is she run past them?" And some other people are like, "I don't know, but she's fast as hell." So it's like mixed emotions. Some people are like, she's supposed to be fighting. She ran past them. Others are like, "I don't care. That was sick." Next up is going to be this creature right here. So, despite having seen the Flash incarnate run past them, they will continue on their course. They can move that far. Okay, so first they're actually going to take them to there. Do they have anything they can do from there? Why, yes. Yes, they do.
They fire their quills. Are those quills or is it hair? It looks like quills.
It could be either with the size of this creature.
Fair.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You hear from this creature low, guttural insults begin to spew forth at the three of you. It says,
Hey,
"These
yo.
insignificant worms will be crushed beneath our feet."
I don't like that.
Everybody except Twinkle Toes and Sheethra, go ahead and roll me will saves.
I don't
Is this
like that.
Is this a fear effect?
Yes.
Is it
Everyone,
a disease or paralysis?
No.
So everyone except Twinkle Toes take a +1.
Nice.
Twinkle Toes does not roll.
35.
35. Okay.
Oh my god! All right. Switching dice. Hero point.
I got 34. Wait a minute, 33, but plus 1.
Mosty,
Much better. 34.
Hey,
you
Nice
all
job, boys.
succeed, but you are frightened 1.
yikes.
Aw.
So
I
just
like
the
that.
weight of this creature, although you're kind of like unaffected by the words it's saying, the weight of the voice as it literally reverberates in your skeleton causes your adrenaline to start racing a little bit. You get a little frightened of it. It's then going to spit like a globule of magma from its mouth at Bastro.
I don't like that.
Bastard, you're gonna be taking a
is
few magma globules this game, I'm feeling.
a what was that plus that? 35 to hit.
It's
That hits. Okay. You are covered in this slippery, flammable oil. I need you to roll me a reflex save.
why? Okay, not bad. 28.
28. Okay. So the oil does not affect you. You do still take 9 points of fire damage.
Fire?
Fire.
Okay.
But because you succeeded on your reflex save, it's not persistent, my friend.
Nice.
And that is its turn. Next up is going to be Bastro.
Am I still covered in oil?
You're able to get most of it off. You're
Okay.
virtually unaffected.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, shoot. First action, he will cast Shield on himself. Second action, he will enter Arcane Stance. So where's my little? There it is. Third action, Kashak failed to recall knowledge, right?
Correct.
I sure did.
Well, Bastro will try as long. What was the options again?
Nature or
Nature or
Arcana.
Arcana.
Arcana. We like that. 15, what? 17, 32.
32.
There we go.
That is a success.
Yay.
So you do learn that these creatures are known as Eberarchs. How to describe them? They are magical beasts that tend to hunt in packs, much like wolves. But they are pretty evil in that they like toy with their prey. They they play with their food. They beat it up, batter it, and then eat it.
Thanks.
So they're great for an event like this.
Yeah, they tend to. They are immune to fire.
Immune to
and
fire.
That's huge for you, actually.
Yeah,
They
good to know.
It's really good to know.
can deal. They deal fire damage along with some of their attacks. It's kind of what you're gonna get with a regular success.
Yeah, it vomited magma.
Yeah. But, yeah, immune to fire, that's big. I will not be casting fire spells. So cool. That is my turn.
That is your turn. Okay. This one, right next to Twinkle Toes.
20 feet away from Twinkle Toes.
That is close
Right
enough.
next.
It only has 15-foot reach. Dang.
Ah!
It will stride to here. Then it will. No. but it will swipe at you with its jaw. It's gonna bite out at you. 30 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. Okay. So this massive jaw just like clamps down on your upper shoulder. Only like 2 of the teeth actually make contact with you, but considering the size, it lays into you with its jaws. It's going to be 21 points of piercing damage as it then swings its massive paw in to follow up with its
Okay.
claws. That's gonna be
Oh, God.
not great. 22 to hit.
Miss.
All right.
But not enough of a miss for me to opportune repose.
Okay. So it steps up, lays out a bite right into your shoulder, but then as it's following up, you're able to just jump over the paw as it swipes along the ground trying to hit you.
Twist around its teeth in my shoulder.
That is then its turn. Next up is this one here. It will do something very similar. Will it, though? Let me just double check before I lie to your face. Oh, now that's interesting.
What?
Oh, it's so
I don't
close.
like these.
I don't
So
like
like
those
all these
arrows.
Yeah, I don't like these arrows.
Kind of trample.
I know what it feels like.
Oh my gosh, it's so close. Yeah, it can't do it and still end outside of your squares. So it won't. It'll just
Good job.
walk up to here. And it's gonna try to bite the big shiny guy. 30, which I don't believe is gonna hit you.
Miss.
And then paw at the other green dude who looks less hard. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
Will, we've talked about this before, and I just looked up the rule again, and it says it's the GM discretion. Do I have my reaction right now?
Yeah, I would say so. Makes sense.
Okay, then I'm gonna trigger my champion's reaction against this beast. So it has to make the choice.
It'll take the enfeebled condition. And the persistent
All right.
damage.
Kishak, resistance 13.
Sick.
$35 points of slashing.
You said 35.
22.
And why are D4s so hard to grab? And 3 points of fire.
Okay. Fire's not bad.
That is the end of its turn. Next up is going to be Oski, bringing up the rear for your boys.
Has this guy gone yet?
No.
Oh, for your boy.
Oski, first action, is going to... He's going to actually enter Dread Marshal stance.
Oh.
Here. So I'm going to do a level-based intimidation roll. You ready for this number? 41.
That's a crit.
Anyone within 20 feet of me gets a +2 to damage, which is really cool. So that's first action. Second action will be to raise his shield. And third action will be he is going to. Which one's been hurt? Have either of these been hurt in front of us? Kashak, which one did you
not
hit?
The two in the front. The one all the way on the right here has been hit.
Ah, okay, that one. So then Oski's just going to look at this one that just approached, and he's just going to shout, "Flee, you wild beast!" and roll, do my terrified retreat feat. So I'm going to demoralize it, and if it fails, it has to run away.
Okay.
So again, this is against Will DC. You know what? Hero point. I'm using the second hero point already.
All right.
Marginally better. Oh, I think it's a fail. So 27.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That's a success.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so, I have to critically succeed. Never mind. So it's just a normal demoralize. It's frightened 1.
Frightened 1. Ah.
All right.
It's the guy
End of
holding
my
his
turn.
head screaming.
Oh,
Uh,
as in, ah!
Oh, and then my frightened condition now goes away, right? Because
Yeah,
it ticks
at the
down.
end of your turn.
Yeah.
at the end of your turn. And bringing out the bottom of the round. So now we're getting spicy. Oh, so close. It's still so close. Alright. This guy is also going to just walk up. So right about now.
The arrows come out.
Oh,
He can,
arrows,
come
yeah.
he can come a little closer.
5,
Oh man.
10, 15, yep. Alright. So the first bite coming out at Sheether.
Sheether, no.
Oh gosh. 27 on the bite.
Miss.
Claw coming out at Kashak.
You can hit me from there?
27. Yeah.
Unlucky. Yeah. That's a miss.
15-foot reach.
That's
Yeah.
20 feet.
This gotcha.
Wait, am I tripping? Is this not 20 feet?
Nah, I got you right here, see?
There are too many arrows on the screen. I can't see anything.
It doesn't matter, it missed anyway.
Okay.
So,
Because he couldn't reach.
bottom of round 2, top of round 2. Excuse me. Kashak. Your retort.
My retort is going to be to hunt the creature I've already shot once.
Alright.
My
So hunted.
second retort is going to be to double shot. I'm still frightened, correct?
Correct, until the end of your turn.
No, you know what? I'm gonna shoot once.
At your hunted target.
Correct. 25 is gonna miss for sure, right?
25 is going to miss.
And then I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20. Probably 25. Stay with me. Yeah. No, I wouldn't move that far away from Oski, would I? What's here, just behind Sheethra. And then Sheethra will bite out at the same creature.
Okay, roll a hit.
That's a 33.
That's a hit.
Nice. Where are my d8s?
+2 to damage.
Oh, Sheether's about to dish. Let me just make sure I have everything correct. +2. Okay, perfect.
What you got for me?
25 points of damage.
25 points of damage. Okay.
25 points of
That's
piercing. Yeah.
bad.
That's a hit. That's definitely a hit.
And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. So
No longer frightened. Nice.
it is Twinkletoe's turn.
Decided I don't actually like it over here by myself with this big guy. So I'm
could've seen
going
this coming.
to. What? What are you talking about? I'm gonna bolt back over here.
Going around it, or are you tumbling through it?
I'm going around it.
Do you have the?
It's only 80 feet.
And you have the distance.
Oh, sorry. I'll go here.
Where was she here?
I was here in this spot.
I don't know. You have 90 feet total of run with your thing on.
50 feet per action.
You have 50 feet per action.
Oh, so you're already spending 2 actions.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you can definitely make it there.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
Oh, it looks like I could make it another 10 feet. So I'll
You,
go
you
there.
could, yeah.
I'll go there, so I'm within Oski's range. And
The amount of arrows.
That's what happens on big maps.
And I'm going to confident finisher this one right next to me. That is frightening.
Yo, frightened.
That's a 28 to hit.
28 does not hit.
Dang. Well, he still takes damage because it's a confident finisher.
There you go, Oski.
Ooh, fat roll. 12, 15, 18, halved, so 9 points of piercing damage. Or precision damage.
Precision damage. Very good.
Now, do you get like the bonuses from like Oski to that damage? I know that it's like a specific amount.
Let me read confident finisher.
Because you're not adding like your own strength bonus, obviously, but this is just like a bonus that you're
Should just
receiving
be
from the
anybody
extra
who's
force.
in Oski's aura.
It just says damage rolls. It doesn't say you have to hit. It just says the damage rolls.
Yeah, this is
that's
more of a
actually-
confident finisher question. Yeah.
Absolutely. So that hits. So you just scream down the arena, running God knows how fast. Walk up next to this
Oh.
thing.
It is slashing damage, not precision.
Slashing damage. Okay.
Yeah.
You get the
Uh,
plus 2
No,
damage.
piercing. Piercing. Sorry, it's my rapier, so it's piercing.
Third and final answer, piercing. Okay.
Actually, it's versatile piercing or slashing because I've got my doubling rings on.
So take
So,
a pick.
no, it's gonna be slashing.
Slashing. All right.
And yeah, it says I deal half my precise strike damage to the target. This damage type is that of the weapon or unarmed attack you used for this strike, so I imagine I could add Oski's bonus. So 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Yeah, so you just, again, screaming down, running a million miles an hour, and as you're coming to a stop, you just drag the edge of the blade across the side of this creature as just vents of steam gush out of the side, leaving like almost like a fissure in the side of this creature where like hot air is just beginning to pour out, and like you get those heat waves like you get off of concrete that blast along the side. Okay, very cool. Next up is going to be our friend on the left here. They're going to do the thing that I've been measuring out this entire time.
I don't like that.
They're going to move down to here. Would that cover? Yeah. So, this is fun.
Does this trigger attack of opportunity?
It would.
Yeah.
We'll get there in a second. This creature moves to there, and you watch as the air around it begins to superheat, and the sand
Cool.
on the arena floor begins to actually light ablaze as it moves through you all.
That's cool.
So I'm gonna draw out a square here in a second, where the sand and air is literally on fire in that space. Yeah. The first thing I'm gonna need from all of you is a reflex save.
Would it get me because I'm small?
It would still get you.
I would like to make an argument that it wouldn't because I'm small and reflexive, but okay.
That's what your reflex save reflects.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna have a couple of questions for you, Will, after we.
All right, let's go. Kashak, what'd you get?
I'm gonna hero point my 4.
What have I got?
Oh,
4 now?
for a 19
What's
plus
total?
22. Math. 41.
41. Okay. Oski.
So, question: do I get my bulwark feat or ability from my armor? Again, it's very vague. It says the armor covers you completely and provides benefits against some damaging effects. On reflex saves to avoid damaging effects such as fireball, I get a +3 to my modifier.
It's tough because the air is literally on fire.
Right. So
Oh,
You can make an
I'm just-
argument that fireball is the same spell. The air is on
That's
fire.
what I'm saying.
No,
what I'm
because
saying.
fireball is an explosion that comes from a single point, so there's like directionality to it. I'll give it to you,
Okay.
since I don't think you're gonna pass anyway.
I mean, the root of the question is, what are
Yeah,
you dodging? Like, what are you avoiding? If it's as a substance, then like
No,
bulwark
yeah.
could probably
Well-
affect. But yeah,
I'll give you that +3, baby.
28.
28.
28.
Baster.
29.
29. Okay. Twinkle Toes.
36.
36. Twinkle Toes and Kashak, you take no damage as of right now. Oski and Bastro. However. Wait. I think actually Bastro.
All right, this is gonna trigger my second question.
Bastro, what'd you get again? You got a 26?
9.
29.
Yes.
Oski and Bastro, you both succeeded, so you'll take half damage on this.
Woo! Like,
When does this damaging effect, like, is this damaging effect coming from the creature to trigger my champion's reaction? And would it, like, it would happen while it's passing us, so it would be within 15 feet.
Do you have another reaction?
I have not used my reaction since the start of my last turn.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Check the chat.
Squares that the Everarch moves through catch fire, creating a 5-foot wall of flame that burns for 1 round.
I would say no way.
Yeah, no.
It's like it's like the action it's taking is it then creating incidental
Yeah,
effects.
it's a terrain effect. It's superheating the air around it, which is catching the air on fire. It's not attacking you and dealing damage. Just
The air is our
ambient air being on fire is dealing you damage.
You could champion's reaction in the air.
Yeah, could I champion's reaction in the air? An enemy damages your ally. That's the only trigger. An enemy
air is
damages
my
your
enemy.
ally.
If
air
the air
is
is your
my
enemy,
enemy.
you're no longer allowed to breathe. So
Yeah, keep in mind.
Pick one.
with that.
Pick one. You have as many rounds as you can hold your breath left to live if you take the air as an enemy. No,
Is
you
this
can't
no?
champion's reaction this, unfortunately.
Okay.
It is a very good ability. However, I don't think it applies here. Oh yeah, still gotta roll my damage for you. Ooh, low rolls. 6, 11, 13, 17 halved. So 8 damage to Oski and Baster. And I said I was gonna draw a square and I never did.
Looks like a hot dog.
Can I grab it?
You draw a rectangle around it? Yeah. Wait, move it over. That's not where he was.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
It's a process. I didn't have a weird rectangular shape ready to go. And I do apologize for that. There's your wall of fire that'll be gone in a round, so I appreciate all the artistic effort that was put into it. That is
You got more coming, baby. You got more.
only its first two
Yeah.
actions. It's going to strike
No!
out at Kashak.
What's your deal, man? What's up?
It doesn't like lizards.
You want
That's
to talk
its
about it?
deal. It's kind of racist. They're sentient beings, so you know it could be.
It did. Hey, who did that? Who did that?
Kashak, how's a
Like a weird hot dog at this point.
39 for you, big
That's
guy?
what.
It is not a critical hit, but it is
But it is gonna hurt.
better than a failure.
It bites you, real hard, right on the arm. Bad dog. God, I'm having to go back to its stat sheet. There we go. If only I could just make up rolls. It'd be so much easier. 24 points of piercing damage, my friend.
Ouch.
That is the end of its turn. Bastro, you're up, buddy.
So this hot dog, is that difficult terrain?
The fire?
Sure.
The flaming air?
Yeah.
No, it's not difficult terrain.
Okay, good.
It's just
All
on
right.
fire.
So,
Which could be
Very-
difficult depending on the way you put it.
yeah, as long as I can move
You
freely,
can move through it unimpeded, minus
That's
the
all.
skin burns.
that's all I care about.
There you
First two actions, I'm going to cast haste on myself.
Self.
Next action, oh, you know it. Next action, I'm going to stride. I'm still vectoring.
I'm vectoring.
10, 15,
I can't even
20,
see his spawn.
25.
Moves it through.
35.
Go ahead and roll me a reflex
I-
save, bud.
Okay, yeah.
You were also
That's
outside my aura.
I'm sorry. 19 for a total of 35.
35.
Yeah.
Okay, you are going to take half damage.
Alright. Worth it.
It's going to be 9 points of fire damage as you move through it, get out of it.
That,
you were left
that's the already
burnt.
halves?
That is half, yes.
I think Oski's been incinerated. He's just gone.
Oski does not exist in this liminal space anymore.
Wait, I still have one last
Oh
action.
my gosh, you still have things. Oh, right,
Yep.
you hasted. Yeah. Yeah.
And I am going, using my Titan Wrestler feat, I'm going to trip this creature.
Wait, this is the most serious question I've ever had.
Trip
is there
it.
anything in Trip that specifies it gets a bonus if it has more legs than 2?
I know. There's
No, creatures will have that. You will have that
Okay.
unlisted on like the creature entry.
Alright. Because in first edition, like,
Yeah, you
creatures
get
got a bonus for having extra
Bonuses
legs.
if you have more than one leg, but or more than 2 legs.
Okay, so you
I
gotta
think
roll
that
against
one's
its
still
reflex save, correct?
It's against its reflex DC.
Uh,
So it's
roll-
my athletics check against your reflex DC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me roll that right now.
I am,
my
in
athletics
fact, mad that I don't have a bonus against Trip. I have 8 legs. I should have a bonus against a medium creature trying to trip me.
You see Bastro grab one of its
Can
legs
you try
from
to trip
underneath.
huge creatures, by the way? Like, it's
Yes,
bigger than
it's-
large.
Yeah, it's two sizes bigger than my own
very
size.
Good, very good. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
just checking.
He could anyone can trip a large creature. Any
Gotcha.
medium
Right.
creature can trip a large, but Titan Wrestler gives you huge.
Very cool.
And then once I become a legendary in athletics, I can trip Gargantuan,
Gargantuan, baby.
which is kind of nuts if you think.
It's
20
just
by
hilarious
20.
to think about.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What'd you get?
I got 14 plus 21, so that's gonna be a 35 total. to trip this creature.
35 is a success.
Nicely done.
It goes down. It lands prone.
So you
It is toppled. It is grappled.
you slam your boot into its little pinky claw, and you just hear this boom as it goes face first into the dirt.
Strongest stomp ever. There's a few cracks going along the ground. That's his turn.
Can't believe you just tripped a huge fire dog with 8 legs. Oh, I already used my back pain token, so I
Picked
don't
it
have
up
a good.
and threw it down.
I don't have a good prone token now. We're gonna go with.
Like a foot.
We're gonna go with the machine gun because you have to go prone to fire a belt-fed machine gun.
Great. I love it.
I don't know, man. I work with what I have. That one is going to stand up.
I will attack of opportunity.
Of opportunity.
Actually, no, I can't because the first one already moved. Shit. Okay, never mind.
I didn't take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, I'm sorry,
on
we
the
didn't
first
do that. Yeah. So if you want to take it on the first one, you could have taken it on the first one. If you want to take it on this one, you could take it on
Oh,
this one.
we didn't do that. I remember talking about doing it,
We
but
had
we
so
never
many
actually.
steps in there. We
That's fine. No, I'll just use it on this guy right
got
now.
lost in the
Oski had
sauce.
6 million questions about the,
Yeah.
the running.
Yeah, sorry. That was on me.
People were too
We're
busy
at
drawing
that we're at
flames
that level now.
in MS
Hey,
Paint art.
it worked out. It all worked.
One action. All right.
It was
Get
a
out your
31
toes.
to hit.
That's a
You're taking it on the first
19.
one or the second one?
The second one.
The
This
second
guy
Both on the
trying
second
to
one.
stand
Okay.
up.
31 to hit from Twinkle Toes from Bastro.
I got a 19 for a total of 39.
Both hits.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Not a crit. Let's see.
I said what I said.
ET gets +2.
Good. I got 13 points of damage
13 points of
Bludgeoning.
damage.
and force.
Okay. Look at those.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. So this creature rocks one side and then rocks to the other and launches itself back onto its feet. As it does so, a swift sword and a swifter punch just come raining in on it. 2 nice hits. It's then going to take its second action to attempt to bite Bastro for ever daring to put it on the ground as such.
And this one's enfeebled too.
Correct. So that is a 40 to hit.
That's a hit. Just a hit.
That's not a crit, yo.
Nope.
Astro. Okay.
AC 31, baby.
31 AC.
All right.
Medium armor expertise, baby.
Let's go.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Okay.
Oh shoot!
Same.
Guys, my AC is 31 too. I've had it as 29 because I only had it marked as trained when I'm an
That's-
expert.
You got
The
it.
more you know.
Will, that first hit would not have hit. So I'm gonna.
All right. It's a little late for that, but I appreciate the thought. Man, I lost my place. 22 plus 25 is 46. No, 47. Math.
Is that
47
with the
points.
-2 from enfeebled?
45. Like I said the first time, never wrong. 45 points of piercing damage as this thing slams these massive canines into you.
Hurts. I'm not doing so good.
It's then going to try to claw you
Why?
because you tripped it.
But Twinkle Toes slashed it.
25 is not going to hit.
No.
That is its turn. the other one. The one that's been led on a wild goose chase. It's going to find its quarry.
Gosh, it's like I did it on purpose.
It's going to try to bite Twinkle Toes. It's going to get a 39 to hit.
Yeah, it hit. But it's not a crit.
Hey, there we go.
Following the scent of your blood on its nose, it bites in again for 22 points of piercing damage. Claw coming around. Man, I just cannot hit on these claws. That is a 24.
Nick.
Bites really good. Claws really bad. It is now Oski's turn.
Will, the one that just attacked Bastro is no longer enfeebled or frightened.
Or prone.
But it does take damage. Go ahead and roll the persistent. The persistent good damage, right?
It's 13.
Oh, right. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
no, it is
Thank
rolled.
you. Four persistent good damage.
Or
Yeah.
persistent good damage. That's some pretty good damage.
Good.
You said it's no longer enfeebled and
Right.
Or prone.
or prone or frightened. Wow, everything just cleared up. Okay, it is your turn.
Oski, let me see if I can find Oski's pawn. All right, there he is. So 5. Is this square out of the? Actually, no. I want to go
I
here.
can't see
I
if
think.
you haven't placed the token yet.
Sorry. Oh yeah, I think that's where I want to go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's out of it.
So this circle's a little.
Yeah, trying to work
Is
around
this-
these huge
is-
creatures.
I believe
this
that's still outside.
No, there are lines of flame, yeah, that are going outside of the actual radius of the.
I'm outside the squares. I'm inside the squiggles that other people have added.
Correct. It's just the purple square that is the on fire. You still need to roll a reflex save for me. For
Sure,
traveling
sure.
through. But you will
Someone's
no longer
eating
be
the hot
in it
dog.
in that square.
Cool. Okay. Do I get the +3?
Yeah.
I deleted the sheet. Where can I get it back? I was trying really hard not to.
I was
did
also
anyway.
trying really hard not to
I was trying so hard. I still did it. She was right here.
But so hard.
She was here. She was here. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Great roll. My reflex save is a 36.
36. That is success for half damage.
No, I deleted myself. Can I have you back?
You're gonna take 15 points of fire damage, and that is halved.
Wow.
I rolled-
Yikes.
I rolled rocks in that one. Where is Twinkle?
Oh, right
Oh no, I deleted Twinkle Toes out of my journal.
Thank you.
Second action, I will raise my shield. Third action, I'm going to look at the one that just attacked Twinkle Toes
Yeah.
and shout, "Be gone, vile beast!" and do a terrifying retreat or attempt to against
I
its
wish
will
you would.
DC.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it for me.
A little better. I'm not rolling well on these intimidates. A 32.
Unfortunately, a 32 is just a success.
All right, well, it's just frightened one then. Okay. That's my turn.
My second favorite symbol.
Ah.
Alright. End of Oski's turn, bottom of the round. It's gonna be not that one, this one. Doesn't even have to move. Bite coming out at Oski.
I wish it would.
30 to hit, it's not gonna hit you. Paw
Miss.
coming out at Oski. 32.
Miss.
Okay. Paw coming out at Sheethra. Natural 1. So,
Hell
this
yeah.
bite comes out. Oski, you just jam your shield straight into its mouth, catching it before it clamps around your arm. The paw comes around and you just kind of swing the face down to meet the paw. And then it tries to backswing at Sheether, but Sheether's just serpentine head whips out of the way at the last second. No dice on that turn. Top of the round. Kashak. Top of round 3. What you got for me?
Kashak's gonna move. I'm already in the fire.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to roll a reflex save.
So that's the question. No matter where I go.
Correct.
Let me just go ahead and roll that.
Even if he steps out, he still has to roll a reflex.
The air is on fire.
Intro. Okay, bad.
A natural 1 for a 23.
That's
Yikes.
not good.
Yeah.
Not that much. Uh, 52 points of fire
You're
damage.
joking.
You guys have all succeeded up until this point, which means you're
You're-
taking half of these 6d6 of damage.
That was half my remaining hit points. That's crazy.
Wait, 52 was on 66. Are you rolling the correct dice?
I critically
he
failed.
critically failed.
Oh, okay.
So yes, yes I am.
Okay.
All right, tell me where I would still be in it. Am I still in it here?
No.
Okay, and then I would be in OC's field, right?
You get the +2 damage there, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go to there, stay in his field, stay out of the fire. Sheethra is going to. I'm going to hunt this new target that we seem to be focusing on more.
All right.
One in the middle.
So
Sheethra is going to take her turn to move into this grill out of the fire. I'm assuming she needs to roll reflex as well.
Correct.
28.
28 is a regular failure.
Okay.
Wait, let me double check. No, DC 27. I was off the roll.
Nice, Sheethra.
So it's still going to be half damage. So that is 11 points of fire.
11 points, okay. So Sheethra moves into position for that creature. I have moved and hunted this new target, and then I will take a shot. And that is a 38 to hit.
38 is a hit. Full damage.
All right. We're talking about a +2. We're talking about 23 points of piercing damage.
3 points of piercing damage. Okay.
We're talking about the end of my turn.
Very cool, bro. Yeah, great. After Kashaki's Twinkle Toes. Twinkle Toes, you're a little bit in that fire. Go ahead and roll me a reflex save.
Even though I didn't take any damage last time?
Correct. You're still in the same vicinity. Now you'll have the opportunity to move out.
27,
27
which is a critical success for me because of evasion.
a success, which goes to a critical success. So you still don't take any damage.
Nice. I'm gonna tumble through to over here.
All right,
attempt to do.
roll your tumble through.
Okay.
Against reflex. DC.
I'm gonna hero point that one.
Okay. Use them if you got them. 30 minutes left.
Nice. Yeah. That's a 38.
38 is not a critical success, but just barely. Regular success.
Okay. So that gives me panache.
That does.
Let's see.
It's flat-footed, right?
Yeah.
So is it a crit? Still not a crit?
That was a tumble through, not an attack.
Oh, never mind.
Let's see. Second action, precise strike. Third action, confident finisher.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay. Nice. 33 to hit for the precise strike.
Okay. Okay.
Gosh. 13 points of damage.
13?
Piercing. And then confident finisher. It's a 30 to hit.
30 to hit is exactly a hit.
Nice. Okay.
So many dice.
Now it is 66 on a confident finisher.
+2.
Okay. +2. And plus another 3, so +5. Okay. 12, 15, 17, 19, 25, +5, so 30 points of damage.
30 points of damage. Very nice. So, tumbling through the massive 8 legs that it has, perfectly timing its cadence, you manage to untuck out of the roll, propelling yourself up with 2 quick, confident slices into the back quarters of this creature for some solid damage. It is this guy's turn.
Will, was it a hit exactly with it being flat-footed?
No, it would have been 2 over its
Okay.
exact AC. Yeah.
Okay.
But thank you for reminding me. The flames subside as the heat dissipates.
Who drew these squiggles over here?
Not I, but I can delete them in just a second. Kashak, Kashak, Kashak. It's gonna try to bite you. 28.
Nope. Miss.
Claw coming out of Oski.
We're all in the 30s now, right?
I think so.
I think so.
If you're keeping
Is she
pace,
throw?
then you should all be.
Yeah. No, she does not.
Sheetha does not have
Okay.
barding, right?
Sheetha does not keep pace. She does have barding, and she does
Oh.
definitely not keep
Yeah,
pace.
she just doesn't. Yeah, does not
Yeah.
keep pace. Not with a PC, definitely. She's no Eidolon.
Yeah. What an overpowered class. Garbage. Trashed. Ranger gets no love.
What is 19 plus 19? That's what, like 38 or
38.
something?
It sure is, yeah.
It's a 38 to hit.
Well, it was your second hit in 19 plus 19? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
on
rolled a
me
19
or
on that
Shifa?
second. That's on Oski.
I'm gonna trigger a shield block.
Okay.
Oh, and you're flat-footed, too. Damn.
1 and 2 on the D6, so that is only going to be 14 points of slashing and 1 point of fire as flaming claws just gouge out at your armor.
I take 1 point of fire damage.
God damn.
Is it you, or is it getting a little toasty out here?
Oh,
Um,
hot sand.
hot sand. Okay. That is the conclusion of its turn, which means that Bastro, you're up. What you got for
Oh
me?
boy. First action, I cast True Strike on myself. Second action, my right arm starts beaming with electric energy as I go in for this Shocking Grasp punch for the spell strike.
Hell yeah.
I get to roll twice thanks to True Strike.
He's flat-footed, too.
So I got an 18 and a 7, so I'm obviously going with the 18.
Are you sure? You sure you don't want to take that? You don't
Take
want to
a
take that 7
second.
just for funsies? See what
God,
happens?
that's
Not-
it.
Not even. But yeah,
That's a gangster
30,
move.
38 on a flat-footed creature.
Which is exactly a critical hit right now.
Yes!
+2 to
Yeah.
damage, which will
Oh,
double.
we're not supposed to kill them.
Plus 2 to damage. Okay.
We
So
always deal non-lethal damage unless explicitly stated.
This is 5th level, by the way.
Oh. If only that was enough to kill it.
Let's find out
Yeah,
as I
Astro.
copy and paste
In our,
it.
our campaign, the record for damage is 66. You could very well beat that, I think, right here.
Do you have what level that record was set at? Because
I
I think
have. I don't have.
It's probably
it's
like
been
I
a
have the-
while.
I have
I
the
had to-
creatures that were slain with it, but I don't have the level.
Mm.
One was against the slug in the tomb, and one was against a bandit in.
So I
think,
just
the hideout.
rolled. I just rolled 70 for natural damage. That doubles to 140, since this is a crit
Can you walk me through that?
through this number.
Yeah, through your damage.
So 2d6. That's thanks to my punches, hand wraps, and mighty blows. So I have plus 11. That's my strength on top of my arcane stance, on top of other class features.
That's
like
what I'm
weapons,
rolling
short.
right now. 2d6 plus 11. Yeah.
And then 6d12 is my 5th level shocking grasp spell.
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
So-
4. Or no.
So it's plus 4 because the 2 doubles, right?
Mhm.
6
Plus,
d
plus
12.
4.
Good God.
144 points of DiMaggio as Bastro's lightning
Oh.
arm.
Oh, maybe we did kill this creature.
First level spell on hits. Target takes 2d12 electricity damage. Heightened plus 1.
Did you cast it at 5 or 6?
5th level.
You cast it at 5th. Okay.
So
So
it should be
6d12.
60-12.
6.
Yeah.
And you
God, shocking grasp.
I rolled
Yeah.
11, 12, 12, 9, and 8, and then 1, 4. So there was high 12, high 12s.
That's a really yeah.
And it's a crit too, so
Yeah, 2 12s and an 11. Jesus.
I like how you more than doubled the previous damage record.
You did it before the crit. Like you did it in
Um,
the normal hit.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've crit ever since
It's been a while.
I've had that damage dealt, that high score or whatever.
My high
but-
score.
Now I have a new target.
144?
I'll just
like-
I'll never come
Never
close.
gonna
I'll
get
never-
anywhere near that.
I'll never
like,
even
I
get
might as well
close.
give up now. Like,
Yeah,
let it
never even.
And this is one of my lower level spells. Like,
What's the point? I mean, it's a 5th level spell. Come on.
yeah,
He
fifth,
only
yeah.
has 5th and 6th.
Yeah, he
Like,
also only
that makes
has like 3 of them. So
Yeah, but when he says it's one of my lower level spells, it's a 5th level spell.
and his lower level, like, it's
So-
still
It's like a truck.
actually
Yeah,
accurate.
it's like a truck.
much like the well-known cartoon character Saitama from One Punch Man, you slam into the side of this creature with an all-out punch, and there's like this split second where just dust,
It flies and
And-
hits this wall.
air, just like erupts from the side. The flames like go out around its mouth and its claws, and then just almost as if there's a second impact, a crater appears seconds after the impact in the side of this creature as electricity just rockets around the outside, jumping from crag to limb to eye all over the hide. And you hear the crunch of internals as magma blood begins to ooze out of the fissures created by your blow. It's up, but barely. You just hear the crowd go
I'm shocked.
wild. People, there is a stunned silence, followed by a roar from the crowd.
Damn. Fourth action, I
Fucking hazy.
I recharged my spell strike,
Okay.
so I remain
Great.
engulfed in energy. But that is my turn. 144. Look,
This creature books it. It leaps over the two of you.
that does trigger my attack opportunity.
Go for it.
Dang
Go ahead.
it.
I will say we were specifically instructed not to kill these creatures. in this
Yeah,
game.
yeah, I'll let it go.
Okay, fine. Okay, you're right. I forgot.
It's like, hey.
You're right.
alright. It takes
You did what you were supposed to do. Yeah.
leaps with its first action and then uses the rest to run into the gates at the end of the Colosseum and runs back from whence it came. This one will run across lengthwise, erupting the air around it.
I hate this spell.
It's not a spell.
Or, yeah, whatever. Effect.
Let's see. Boom. Actually, it's a little bit wider, but oh well. And then it turns around and attempts to bite Twinkletoes on the way back.
Rolled a 38 reflex save.
Okay. This one
Doesn't
you all
that
can take
ability
attacks of
trigger-
opportunity as well.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
you could take
Okay.
AOs on the.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch you.
38 is a critical success. Bastard, roll me a reflex save.
I literally just rolled a natural 20. So I'm gonna use that for the reflex save.
So somehow, despite this creature literally igniting the air that you breathe on fire, neither of you take any damage.
We're just chilling.
Quite literally.
I'm gonna punch it though.
Okay, roll to hit.
Nice. I rolled a 33 to hit,
33 to hit.
and he takes. He
Got 25.
takes 15 points of damage.
Plus 2?
15 points of damage.
I added the 2.
Bastard,
25
25.
to hit.
That is 20. Only a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
That's not a hit.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
didn't
it was
realize you
bad.
could roll that low.
That was a natural 5.
Okay. It turns on its heels as it makes towards the end of its advance. Bites out at Twinkletoes for a 34. The teeth sink into you, dealing. What is that? That is a 9, 16, 27 points of piercing damage. Yeah, it's uncomfortable to say the least. I'm pretty sure its canines are kind of like the size of your torso. So just from a
It's
physics
really just grazing me, but it's like, oh no.
from a physics perspective, I'm impressed that you're still coherent matter. That is the end of its turn. Oski, you're up.
Oski's gonna look over at Kashak and say, Kashak, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
It's pretty warm, I gotta be honest. Dry heat, I'm not used to it.
As more flames are drawn around around Twinkletoes and Bastro.
It's not touching us,
Oski
so
wants to-
gotta not be touching us.
A couple things I'm thinking about. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cast Spirit Link on Kashak.
Okay.
First 2 actions. So
Get
you
ready.
gain, you get 2 HP right now, and
Right
then,
now.
yeah, and then the start of each of my turns, you will also get that.
It feels like a lot more at first level.
Well, it's not a great spell. It's a, you know.
I appreciate it.
something.
But it is a
Um,
spell.
I was concerned for you because it's your hit points I'm taking, but we
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
we have
Not worried
100
about that. And then I raised my shield.
At 2
that's my
per
turn.
round, I don't think he's missing out on
I
much.
think we're doing okay.
Very good. So, Kashak, you feel this embrace of divine energy. Similar but distinct from when it's been cast upon you before. I believe Bastro has also cast the spell in a previous
so.
incarnation.
like original Bastard, yeah.
Yeah.
The OG witch.
So, same, but not same, but still same. At the end the round. This creature here will attempt to bite Oski. 30's not. It rolls a 7 on its bite against you every time for a 30. It's done that 3 times now.
It's a miss.
Claw, lower. Third claw at you because I can. Even lower than that.
Get wrecked.
It's great. When I, roll low when I try to hit the tank, and then I roll 19 when I try to hit everybody else.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I love it.
Love that.
Love that for me.
Love that. Great mechanic. Cool game.
Great mechanic. My rolling is an awesome mechanic of this system.
Whatever. It's your turn, Jack. Shut up. Top of round 4. Kashak, go ahead.
Kashak is definitely feeling the heat of this fire, but he is going to move towards it. So staying in Oski's range of his ability, he's going to move up towards the fire here. He's going to hunt prey on the target that seems to be incredibly determined to kill him. We are then going to fire an arrow at that creature with my third action.
Okay.
That is a natural 19 for a 40.
Yes!
That's a
That's
crit!
a critical hit.
Okay.
Can you beat the damage record?
Wow.
I will never come close in as long as I live.
I believe.
As long as Kashak lives, or rather. Okay, so that is 11, 22, 28.
Not unless you take some crazy feats real quick.
Okay, hold on.
Just dips his toe into Arcane Archer.
Next.
+2 damage from Moski.
That is 54 points of damage.
Hey.
Hey, that
Really
is
high for
nothing.
Kashak.
Nothing
That's
to
great.
sneeze at.
Wow.
And I think
That's the
you
north
are.
one or the middle one?
That is this one to the south that was chasing me.
Oh, nice.
And you are, sir,
Tell me
Like
what
a
you
immobilized.
hail, right? Immobilized, yeah.
You pin it to the ground.
Nice.
I've got a net one. Yeah, there's the net.
And it's doubled that damage, right? Could you crit?
That was the double damage.
Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah,
that.
all right,
Swear to
Bastard.
God.
All right, Bastard.
Man, I'm gonna come to your
All right.
house, bro. What is that?
Yeah, come on. That was such a dig.
I-
You didn't
Come
even-
at you, man.
Hey,
I
Jack,
was actually
you know you're
being
gonna go with
serious.
that, right?
It's your embarrassment that tells me that you're being serious, and that's why I'm gonna forgive you. But I swear to God, if you do that again, I'm coming to your house and we're gonna talk about it.
Play Magus, it's fun.
Did you not hear us talking about like our classes don't get this attention? Like we are shamed and you are loved. This is God's will happening in front of
I'm
us.
sorry. That was genuinely. That was a genuine question, and I do feel bad.
Yeah, my 2d6
My
plus
God.
8 plus 1d8
Yeah, that
doubles
makes
with a
sense.
10 with a d10. It was 54 points damage.
You need that
Um,
1e
plus two?
times 3
I had the
modifier.
+2 factored in. Yeah, that's my +8. Yeah.
Yeah, you need that 1e times 3 modifier for the longbow to really.
I'm saying,
juice
man.
it.
I know it. Don't I?
Um,
Don't I know it? And then Sheather bites.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Roll the Sheather attack.
It's a 5 for a 24.
5 or 24. It's unfortunately not gonna hit.
Yeah.
Is that the value double, Jack?
Shut the. Can I get a hunted target on that creature down there just so I
On
know?
Baskro?
that
Yeah,
that's
I
my
got
turn.
you.
Yeah, on Dan, roll Dan, actually. I got some stuff to talk about.
Dude.
If you need his address, just let me know after stream.
Oh god, that's so fun.
No, I'll announce it now on our stream.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Just dox Dan.
I'm gonna dox. I'm
Just
gonna
put his
dox
address
Dan.
on the Twitter.
So you shoot this thing. You pin its foot to the ground with an arrow. You then deal about a third of the damage as a comparable Magus would be able to do on a critical hit. And Sheather misses with an attack.
Banger range of her, by the way.
did. You definitely hunted, and you definitely pinned that
And I
creature.
definitely roll
Twinkle
high,
Toes, it's your turn.
All right, reflex save to get out of here. I rolled a 37.
That is a success, which is a critical success. It's actually a critical success anyway. So yeah. No
Either
damage.
way, yeah. I'm then going to tumble through to the other side of this guy.
You've had spicier chili than this air.
That's gonna be a 37.
To tumble through.
Yeah.
That is a success.
All right.
You make it to the other side.
Nice. I'm then. Oh, can I actually have gone to like here instead?
Sure.
I'm then going to precise strike on him and then dual finisher. No, I'm gonna do a dual finisher on both of them to start.
Okay. Roll top and then bottom.
Gonna hero point that natural one. It's my last one. For a 32 for the top.
32 is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage
Okay.
separately.
Should I roll the other?
Roll the damage for the top one first.
Okay, let me double check what that is. 66 plus 5. Oh no, I'm not in the range, so plus 6. Alright, top one, 7, 9, 14, 20, 24, 27 points of damage to the top one.
Is that doubled?
Was it a crit? Oh, God.
Enough.
I'm sorry. I'll stop now.
Getting triggered.
Then
On the bottom one.
31.
31 to hit on the
31
bottom
to hit
one
the
is a hit. Roll damage on the bottom one.
Ah, one fell. Okay. 12, 18,
Good lord.
24, plus 3, 27 again.
Nothing to sneeze at. So,
And then, third action,
go ahead.
I'm gonna do a backflip.
Roll your performance for me.
Okay. 34.
Easy success. And goaded on by the crowd behind you, you bask in the glory of the attention that your
Oh,
natural theatrics bring.
well, I'm so sorry. The one to the south should have been D4s, not D6s. Because
Go
that
ahead
would
and
have been
re-roll
my
it for
spell
me.
guard. Sorry. Thank you. Fell off the desk twice. Okay. 12, 14, 16, 18, 21.
21. Still very good. So, you rush between the 8 legs once more, perfectly timing the cadence. You tumble, pop back up, and in the motion of popping up off the ground, you spin at the same time to get this like top effect, much like a Beyblade whirling dervish of death. Your two sword and cane halves extended slash the legs.
No, I'm using my rapier and my spell guard blade.
Much like I said, your rapier and your spellguard blade come out,
Rapier.
stabbing
Or
and
spellguard
slashing in a
blade.
circle. You hit both back legs of these creatures, and nothing happens yet because it's not their turn. But this one here looks like it has significantly lost its will to continue this combat.
Fine.
This southern one, the one that's been getting beat up
The
on.
one to the
The one all the way to the south here is pinned. It can roll an escape, correct, against your arrow, Kajak?
Yes,
10
DC 10.
athletic?
Yeah, don't have one it.
I did not. So,
Yeah.
still had to spend the action. And that is an attack trait, correct? The escape?
Yep.
It is an interact action and it's an athletics check. I don't think it's an attack roll.
Oh, it's not the escape action. It's a special thing.
It's an interact to attempt a DC 10 athletics check to pull the missile. You're pulling it out.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's not an attack.
Still takes an action.
The action
it reaches
tactic.
down
Yeah.
and just bites the arrow in half, slips its foot out, and will then try to bite Oski. Not high enough. Second action, claw. Nope. Third action, claw. Potentially. There's potential
Potential.
here. 28's not gonna hit you. Rolled a 5, and a 15, and yeah, that multiple attack penalty really catches up with you.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you had fun. Bastro, it is your turn. You are engulfed in burning air.
And I'm feeling good. I run out.
Feeling good.
I roll reflex, right? To leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new dawn.
Bam!
New day.
15 plus another 16. 31.
31 is a success, but you're still gonna
Wow,
take
it,
half damage.
it really is a new dawn, a new day, a new life for Bastro, though.
For Bastro.
He's
Literally.
less than 48 hours since being resurrected.
It is his last wish, if you will.
That is going to be 7 points of fire damage as the
Hate that.
air around you burns.
I don't want Bastard to be associated with Puss in Boots.
I'm so sorry, but if your comment about my doubling damage was revenge for the Puss in Boots joke, then fucking bravo.
Oh God. You said 7 points. Well,
7 points of fire damage.
okay, good.
Don't use sedation.
No.
Oh,
So rub that in my face, both of you.
sorry.
I have none of those. Like none of my saves, I get a success. I don't get a crit.
When do you get those?
I only get one. It's Juggernaut at level I think 17.
Oh, you straight up don't get them until.
It's crazy.
That's
I don't know why.
crazy.
That's
Oh, so your
the
saves
fallback.
are garbage. Okay.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few
this
fallbacks.
is the balance.
It's
Thank
because
you,
he can.
Val.
I'm a glass
Really
cannon.
It's because he can punch you with the power of God in anime. Like
I'm saying though, like glass cannon is shit, honestly.
Alright, so 7 points of damage. I get to this creature. I am going. I want to kill it. So
I think you're
We're
far more
going-
worried than you need to be. These things are fucking meat bags.
you're right.
Health bags.
6th level chromatic, or excuse me, 6th. No one heard that. 6th level shock and grasp. As Bastard does another spell strike. He is.
Higher level.
He is going to roll a feint thanks to his distracting spell
Okay.
strike class feat.
Roll the feint first.
Yep.
It's
He
against,
heard the crowd's
what
reaction
is
and
it?
he was like, "You want more? Yeah, here you go."
I got more.
It's not-
144.
Say less.
That's a 29 for the feint.
Against will DC?
Yes.
Or against perception DC?
I
Perception.
feel like it's perception.
I always forget.
29 is
think it's perception.
exactly a success.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So it's
Yes.
flat-footed.
Flat-footed for the purposes of this strike.
Yep.
Flat-footed.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 20. I got 15 again. 35 to hit.
35 is a regular hit.
Regular. Yeah.
So you duck one
80,
direction,
80 points of damage.
but with a quick sidestep, you're able to bring your fist just up under its jaw as electricity sparks out across it. Roll damage for me.
Dan, I'm gonna let you know right now. The funniest thing you could do is roll 54 points of damage exactly. The funniest thing you could do is roll exactly 54.
I don't know, that's pretty
67
funny.
points.
All right, fine. I'll take it.
67. Good
Actually,
lord.
do I get the
You get the
plus two from-
so it's 69.
Yeah.
6?
Nice.
Nice.
69 points of Damaggio,
Okay.
and then Pastor's going to disappear completely. You see him, let's see, 5, 10, 15,
Yeah,
yeah.
you see
He's
him.
going to reappear here, but no one sees him reappear. He's going to remain invisible right in this spot.
So he's not gonna reappear.
Right.
So just
So
to be
he-
clear, he goes invisible. He
he's teleporting.
reappears, but
He
doesn't
reappears
reappear.
when no one sees him.
For the GM, he's teleporting and he reappears there, but he's still invisible.
Hey, you
so
know
he
what?
doesn't-
You know what? No, I've got this. I've got this under control, baby.
Delete him from the map.
A GM later, baby.
GM.
And then
He said for the
Sweet,
GM,
sweet
I said
GM
say
layer.
less.
Yeah. So, I mean, seriously, you punch this creature and then you're gone.
yeah.
Yeah, so you
Okay,
watch
awesome.
as the crowd goes crazy, and then everyone stops, and then as you're disappearing and people realize what's happening, you just start hearing boos come out from the crowd.
The bastard was supposed
You
to be
need,
putting
you
on
need
a
the
good
prestige.
show.
You need the prestige. You need
I'm
the
okay.
return.
I honestly don't know why we're even here, so I'm okay with that. But
Bastro knows. Players don't know yet. We'll get there.
that was my 4 actions. But Peter will take out a moderate healing potion from my bag using an independent action.
Very cool.
Is
very
Peter
cool.
invisible?
Yes, he's also in my
Peter
bag.
reappears but stays invisible.
It is. We're gonna simplify this a little bit.
My 5th level shocking grasp did more damage than my 6th level shocking
It's
grasp.
not their
I don't know how I
turns.
feel.
But this one and this one both exits the arena.
And then there was one.
All of this shenaniganery doesn't disappear because that would be too easy. There we go.
I got it.
Thank you.
What's this guy's whole deal? What's he gonna do?
He's a little sad about the fact that you guys are immune to the insulting for 10 hours.
10 hours?
Yeah, once you're affected, you're immune for 10 hours.
Wow.
Don't ask me, ask Paizo.
What a deeply specific number.
Right?
Yeah. Hour per level, maybe?
Oh, sorry, it's 10 minutes, not 10 hours. But
Oh,
Yeah, that makes more
That's a
sense.
more normal number, actually.
still,
Yeah.
still not useful for this combat.
For those
Uh,
unfamiliar with Pathfinder, yes, that is a much more normal number, and no, we can't explain why.
Because time happens in 10-minute increments.
Because,
in,
you know,
in
it's-
Pathfinder for some
It's
reason.
1, 10, and then 1, and then 24. That's the numbers. That's it.
Anyway, bites coming out of Twinkle Toes. That's a 32.
Darn, I knew I should have parried. It still would have hit, though. Yeah, it hits.
All right. It's gonna be 7, 16, 27 points of piercing damage. As
Again?
once more, you are chomped upon.
Chomped.
Claw coming out at Sheethra. That is a
What of it?
29.
Oh, just hits.
That's
Dang.
what it is.
Um,
That's what of it.
It's gonna trigger my shield block reaction for Sheethra.
Are you within 15 feet of it?
That's
Champion reaction. Shield block, I just have to be next to my ally.
Oh, right. Yeah, because you said one thing and I was thinking the other. Cool. Well, that is 19.
Reduced by 12.
So, not sorry. Last claw.
You're bad at it.
Last
I
claw.
am.
It's gonna go out at Twinkle Toes.
Because I said the smart
For that math comment.
No particular reason.
You can't say it's not, but he won't say it isn't.
I made you taquitos.
33.
That hits.
Really hope I did my math right.
Hey, me too.
No, I rolled
Hey,
it.
tell me what you added, and I'll tell you.
Show your work.
18 plus 15.
That's 12.
18 plus 15.
That's 12.
12.
18
So-
plus 15.
I'm sorry, I
I'm
don't know.
gonna
You're right.
ignore the blatant gaslighting attempts.
I didn't, just so you're aware.
I know. That doesn't mean you're not gonna take 14 points of slashing damage as the claws rake across you.
Huh.
Number 2. And then
Martin.
it runs away.
Good. Good. Objective complete.
I do another backflip.
What's going on, guys? What's up? What's happening?
The next thing that you hear, should be the last thing that you hear for tonight, is the clink of the bag of coins being handed to each of you by Princess Puddle as you re-enter the tunnel you emerged from on your way out. She says, "Now you have access to the underground. Please feel free to make yourself at home. There are some healers in the corner. Meet some of the other competitors. Take a look around and get ready for your next fight. I'll be in touch with you when you are scheduled to go. But please, take a load off. And
Thank you,
we'll
Your Highness.
continue the rest of this in medias res action next week.
Sick.
Thank you all so much for joining
Nope,
us.
not next week.
Not next week, you're right. And not the week following either, because that's Christmas.
Well, no, 18th we're on.
Oh, no, we are
No.
on 18th. Yeah, I can't get your schedule straight. So we'll
Next
be back
week, no,
here
thank
in
you.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. December 18th. Same time, same bat channel. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you next time, the 18th.
2 weeks, y'all. We'll see you then.